program is called Pledge 25 by 25, which is focused specifically on diversity, equity, and inclusion. For those in the audience, the quick TLDR, to use a tech phrase, is that companies commit to filling 25% of executive positions with people from underrepresented groups by 2025, or they pledge that the number of underrepresented individuals in leadership roles, and we have a definition for what a leadership role actually equates to in this context, will increase by 25% by 2025. Can you walk us through how Pledge 2025 aligns with your goals to drive DEI change across the 49ers organization? And how do you think we should be working to bring other companies along with us in this journey?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the conversations that we've heard today about just representation. As someone who now I sit on 3 boards. 5 years ago, that wasn't the case. I didn't sit on any boards. I think that I bring something that a lot of other people don't bring, because I do have just, I bring experiences of being a woman of color, being a queer woman of color, being someone who also brings my Jewishness to the conversation. I bring all of these things into a conversation with being on a board. I see things in different ways, and that's not to say that everybody else doesn't either, but we all bring our experiences, and I bring a very unique experience, as well as my background in diversity, equity, inclusion. And so I think that when you think about boards, when you think about who's on boards, we need to make sure that what we are seeing we're representing the people and the people that we see. I always say something I say a lot inside the company is we want to represent our fans. And so if we're not representing in those leadership circles, then how are we speaking for those people? Another thing, I say a lot of things. I'm a storyteller, I can't help it. And I say that there's a little bit of arrogance in that. There's a little bit of arrogance in thinking that we can all represent each other in a way that I don't know your background. I don't know who, we are 2 different people. So how can I always say that I can represent every single person who is Black, who is queer, who is whatever? So in order to bring more people along, we need to have these boards that are representative of the cultures that we live in, and that we're not trying to become just in a little box. And, and not only that, but again, when you see representation up there, again, we've heard it all day, you then see more representation. You see people who say, I can be that person. I can be that person who is different. I can be the person who doesn't look like everyone else because I have a story to tell that is important. I was also talking to someone recently who was like, sometimes some of these people feel like when they're put into a box, they're diminished. And there's something about having the space to be you in a space like a board and be able to talk through things that are so important to furthering ourselves as a society and furthering our businesses.
I think you are absolutely right. It's a substantive value, the space that if you see somebody in that leadership position, the company really cares about it. And you also, as somebody who's working there, you see that you have a path and that you don't have to change or diminish yourself, as you said, in order to be able to get to that higher level of where you may want to go professionally.